Hi and welcome to Basic Dad. I'm here with Tom and Will. Now, about 2 years ago, the three of us put together a video on building a backyard rink. And you know what? We got hundreds of questions from people all over the country, Canada and the US, asking about how we do what we do. So, we thought today we would answer your backyard rink questions. It's a backyard rink Q&A. All right, so one of the very first questions people asked us was, how high are your boards? And in many ways, it really depends on the curvature of your lawn. Our lawn looks really flat, but actually from one end to 40 feet away, it goes down about 6 inches, which you can't even barely see with your eye. But once you fill it with water, you'll see that there is definitely a grade to a lawn, oftentimes. So what you need to do is you need to put up boards that are high enough so at the shortest, the shallowest point, your ice is 4 inches. How many inches?
4 inches.
4 inches. And the reason you want your ice to be at the shallowest point, 4 inches, is on those inevitable warm days that you get, sometimes in February and even into March, if you have at least 4 inches of ice in your shallowest part, it will keep your rink active and it won't melt away. So in some places, for instance, down at that end of my rink, the water goes all the way to the top of this. This is about 11.5 inches. And at this end, it goes to about here. So it's a bit of a hit and miss. Figure out kind of the curvature of your lawn, and then you can put your boards to a point where you'll get that at least 4-inch deep at the shallowest point. Another question we got asked was, when should we fill our rink? Okay? And the answer is when you have at least 1 week of below zero temperature. So is it cold today, fellas?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's very, very cold today. And for the next week, we have a great week of below zero, for the most part, temperatures. And our giant rink is going to take at least 6 to 7 days to fill. So it's the perfect day. Next question we got asked is, when do I put my liner in? And Willie, what is the answer?
Right before you fill it.
Right before you fill it. Don't put it in a couple days or a week before you fill. Put it in literally the moment before you fill, because you don't want your liner getting filled with twigs and leaves that fall from overhead trees. You don't want squirrels and raccoons and cats, in our case, jumping and walking over your rink liner. So we're about to put our rink liner in. Join us as we do that, okay? All right, time to get our liner in our rink. So let's roll this out.
Roll the whole thing?
Roll the whole thing, all the way. Remember, don't step on it. Rinkmaster.com, the best place to get a rink liner. Don't try to use one of those blue tarps. You want one full piece of rink liner, and it should be white. It should be white because it doesn't reflect the sun like a dark color. Okay, so our liner is down. One of the things you'll notice is that we don't staple it. We don't clamp it. Before the water goes in, it's all pretty loose. Once the water goes in, you can clamp and staple. But what you want is the water to be able to move this around. And as soon as all of that water, like literally thousands of liters of water, all of these wrinkles will be gone. Okay? So just be cautious. Don't try to make it as tight and perfect as possible. You'll be able to do that when the water's in. All right? So we usually use our hose to fill up our rink, and it takes about 12 hours, but today we decided to do something different, boys. Shall we show everybody? This is how we're going to have our water put in our rink. The water truck. And there you have it. It took us a total of how long, boys?
14 minutes.
14 minutes to fill the rink with a water truck instead of 12 hours with your hose. So I would recommend trying it. All right, this is going to be the last scene of Basic Dad Rink Building Question and Answer. We're going to see you guys again in about 2 weeks when we learn how to Zamboni our rink and fix any bad parts on our ice surface. So, we're going to spend the next week looking at this, making sure it freezes, and we'll see you soon on Basic Dad. Bye-bye.